What's up? I'm Dan Random, and today my 2003 Chevy Trailblazer sprung a leak from its lower radiator hose. So this is the one that starts down here at the bottom of the radiator and goes all the way around back down to here. It's not really easy to see, but I'll try to get some better views of it. So I'm going to start by taking this hose clamp off and letting the antifreeze drain into my pan below. Now this is one of those hose clamps that you can squeeze together and lock into position. So I got it locked into position. Now to remove this from the radiator. So to get this hose loose, I just took my giant pliers here and I just wiggled it back and forth a bunch until I saw little bits of antifreeze come off, and basically I know that it's not stuck. So I'm going to pull it off by hand next. Try not to make too much of a mess here. Maybe I will just let it drain for a little bit like this, and then when it slows down, I'll pull it the rest of the way off. Loosening your cap helps it flow out a little better. I hear that vacuum. Woo, it's coming out. I'll leave it on a little bit. Next, I'm going to have to figure out how to get down into here to get to the other end of that hose. It's kind of buried. So it looks like I can take a pair of pliers and go around this way underneath these wires and get to the clamp, which hopefully you can get a good view of here. So there it is right there. Try to focus in on it. You can see the two little clamps that you would squeeze together right there. So I'm going to try to reach around, like I said, from the back underneath through this way. And it looks like a tool, like there's plenty of room underneath there. So let me try to do that. I used a ramp to stand on so that I could get my arm around in here, and it actually came off without a fight. It was much easier than I expected. Now I have the new hose right here, so let me get that into place with the clamps into position. Comparing hoses, you can see that they're the same, but the old one is very bloated in many spots. Now the leak was coming from somewhere down under here. I'm not going to bother removing this to look, but you can see it's bloated in many spots. Off camera, it looks much worse. Everything is back together. I ended up using one of these style hose clamps down here because the one that was back there wasn't really that good, but it was much easier to use the automatic type, like the locking type that was good down here back there. So now just to fill it with antifreeze, and that's how you change a lower radiator hose in a Trailblazer.